Second live. Let's go. What's up, everybody? Welcome to... Wow, look at this 4 is unstable. Welcome to another live. Today's topic is the photo booth drop-off. One of my favorite types of rentals. I think the photo booth drop-off kind of made me who I am. Like, I'm known as the guy. People say, hey, are you that iPad photo booth drop-off guy? Like, that's me. So let's wait until we get some people in here. If you're watching this at a later time, make sure you guys are subscribed. Make sure you hit the notification bell, because every so often I do go live and we do a lot of cool stuff during these lives. So we did a bunch of giveaways a few lives ago. In the last few months, I've given away almost like probably $8,000 to $10,000 worth of free stuff. We've given out photo booths and whatnot. So make sure, subscribe, follow. We're almost at 15,000 subscribers. So today, the photo booth drop-off, why you should be doing the drop-off. It is going to be the most rewarding thing that you do as a photo booth owner. Because typically, right, when you start your business, and a lot of people get into this rabbit hole of, you know, as long as they're making money, they're happy, right? Not knowing that there is an option for you to drop off your equipment. You could do digital drop-offs, you can do print drop-off. Most people like to start off with the digital. But offering a drop-off, you guys, is going to allow you to do a few things. Number one, it will allow you to set up a photo booth, leave, and that time that you would have spent at that event, you can then use to grow your business in other ways. So let's just say you have a full-time job, you're 9 to 5. The last thing that you're gonna want is to do a business that's gonna take up your 6th day, right? Maybe you work for 5 days, and then on Saturday, if you're fully booked, great. But a 3 to 4 hour event is not just 3 to 4 hours. You still got to drive to the event. You still have to do that. So those 4 hours that you would typically be doing at an event, you can be home with your family, or if you're a go-getter, if you like to make some extra money, you can drop off more photo booths. And I'm going to give you guys the benefits here. I'm going to tell you how to get the most out of the drop-offs. So really, please stick around, because I'm really going to give you guys as much information as I can about this. The drop-off is effective and allows you to scale your business quickly, but you have to remember, if you're going to do a drop-off, if you're doing the per hour charge, like let's just say you're charging 3 hours for a drop-off, XYZ, whatever price, that's actually not very good for you. Meaning, if you're going to not be there, why cap it by the hour? Why say, hey, for 3 hours, digital package starts off at $400, $300? Why not let them have it all day? The main reason why we did the all-day rental, it wasn't because I was trying to like be innovative or anything. To me, it just made sense because I don't want to just drop off one photo booth. I want to drop off multiple photo booths. And if I cap them by hour, right? So just think about this. If I say 3 hours is the minimum, or 2 hours is the minimum for the digital drop off, most people are going to reserve their photo booth at the same exact time. So if I have a goal of having 5 photo booths out every single weekend, if they're all booking at the same time, I am screwed, because they're only paying for 3 hours. So what we do, all day rental, anytime from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. So instead of being stuck at doing parties from 5 to 8, we'll say, hey, you can have it from 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. This opens my window of how long I can be away from my photo booth, which allows me to drop off more photo booths. We got Go DJ. Drew, what's up? What's up, Go DJ? This is for you. Thank you for tuning in. You guys, if you're watching this, just say what's up. That's the whole point of going live, is to communicate with you guys. If not, if this is a pointless live, if I'm just talking, I might as well just record a video. I want to go live so I can help answer any questions. You guys can reach out to other photo booth owners. There we go. There we go. There we go. Let's go. Love it. Love it. We got Mel Ash, what's up, my friend? MJ with a bunch of names, keep hustling, you too. We got That Was Me, good morning, Drew, and Hustle with Drew team from the Philippines. Good to see you guys. But back to the discussion, guys, the drop-off. So the all-day drop-off is what literally exploded our business. I went from owning one photo booth right? One iPad booth to 12 in the span of like 8 to 10 months. Absolutely insane. And it's because we allow them to have it all day. And when someone wants to reserve a drop-off option from us, the digital one, I say, when do you want the rental to start? When do you want it to end? Hey, Drew, all right, here's the booking form. Here's my info. We want the rental to start at 3 o'clock, and then we want you to come pick it up at 11 p.m. The next question below is, when's the earliest we can come to set up? This one question is what allows us to do volume and what has allowed us to do 11 events in one day. Yes, they want it to start at 3, but the next question they'll tell me, you can come as early as 10 a.m. We'll be here all freaking day setting up. So now I know that I have from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. to get to the venue to set up. Now I can literally market for the next rental. What time can I come? You can come at 12, any time from 12 to 5. So that's how we're able to scale it up. And Great Mo Blaze. Hello, everyone hustling. What, Drew? I love it. Does YouTube allow me to pin comments? Can I pin it? I'm going to pin this one. So the drop-off is good for you. You get to free up your time. And I don't know about you guys, but if I have to wait, if I have 2-hour digital drop-off, and if I have to drive 30 minutes to the venue, why am I going to drive 30 minutes to the venue, set up the photo booth, drive home 30 minutes, wait, an hour? Then spend 30 more minutes to go back? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Give your customers the value. And for the drop-off, letting them have it all day is you cannot compete with a company, right, that is offering an all-day rental versus a company that maybe is a little bit cheaper, but they only get it for 2 hours, and then they're charging them $50 for every extra hour. So I always say this, the more valuable you become, the more value you get in exchange. So I love the drop-off, man. Maybe print drop-off will be another live. We've been doing a ton of drop-offs with prints. There's a different type of beast there. We're not doing all day drop-off with prints. That is by the hour because we have to factor in the cost of the media. But if you're going to start dropping off, a few things. Make sure you have a photo booth that you know you have access to parts. Go DJ. I got the bell. Yes, sir. What is it? Blue Dog is saying, do you have a minimum number of hours for the digital drop-off? That's all day, 11 a.m. to 11 p.m. If they want the photo booth for 30 minutes, they still have to pay the rate. The rate doesn't change. So with the drop-off, some things that you need to make sure you have a photo booth where you know you have access to spare parts. Do not think that you can buy a photo booth on Amazon and get the most amazing customer service. Amazon didn't make the booth. If you're buying it on Amazon, it's most likely overseas, someone in a different time zone, and if you need a spare part, guess what? It's gonna be somewhat expensive to get it to you because of shipping costs, and it could take a long time. So that's why I say, like, hey, a great company to get a photo booth from, Photo Booth Supply Co., right? You're probably like, Drew, this is a competitor of yours. That's fine, I don't care. I'm here to tell you guys the truth and give you guys information. Great company. Another company, ATA, they make fantastic photo booths. You can buy from us. We have spare parts here. We're in the US. So if you need another ring light, you can literally reach out to me. If you're a customer, you have my info. You should have my phone number. You should have my email address. Drew, I need another ring light. I dropped mine. Boom, perfect. This is what it's going to cost. We only charge you guys what it cost us. So if it's a faceplate, 75. If it's a ring light, it is literally $100, and it's easy to replace. So make sure you have access to spare parts just in case. If you do a drop-off and there's damage to something, you get enough time after your event to get a new part so your booth is ready for the weekend. We got, bonjour, what's up, Welcome. A la carte party rentals, 10%, we just got one. Easy, no hassle, love it. Shout out to Matt and the team. Oh, I don't know why the message got retracted. But shout out to a la carte party rentals, also Photo Booth 101 fam. So the drop-offs, the fear. Here's the fear. A lot of you guys that don't do it, I understand the fear. You're worried about people treating your equipment poorly when you're not there. I have done this for 10 years, a decade, right? I've been in the photo booth business. People don't care if you're there or not. I've had people in front of me. Bro, I've had a kid have the courage right in front of me, box my photo booth, punch it. I've had people in front of me do this, tilt it down. People right in front of me, shift the booth back. It happens. You're in the business of renting equipment at places where people are typically there to have fun, a lot of alcohol involved, things are gonna happen. So if you think that you being there is like a deterrent, well then why do we have cops? Things happen in front of cops all the time, right? Ooh, sorry. Things happen in front of cops all the time. So what I'm trying to say is like you being there is not a sure shot, and people will still mistreat your equipment right in front of you guys. So the drop off, what you need to make sure before you do it, get a photo booth, you have access to parts. I would recommend you get a photo booth that is based in the country you live in. That is just my own opinion. 2, get into the habit of getting your phone at your events before you leave. You want to film your booth, every corner, top, bottom, right, left. You want to make sure you get the front, the back, all of it, right? Then when you go to pick up the photo booth, you do the same exact video of everything. So in the case of your equipment getting messed up, and I'll get to this in a second, but okay, if there's damage or anything wrong with the booth on the second video that wasn't on the first, that is all the proof you need, right? But I don't want you guys to feel like, Drew, you're talking about damage and theft and how to prevent this from happening. Let me just be your guinea pig here. I have done well over 1,000 drop-offs, easily. I've had an issue one time, 1 out of 1,000, where I came back, right, like a major issue, right? There's gonna be scuffs here or there, but this is equipment. You use it, it's wear and tear. But one issue, I came back, there was a big old crack in the mirror. Some cholo guy, this cholo at the party, and again, I'm assuming it's him, but he was the last person to use the booth, and the last 15 photos were him literally chugging a beer. I'm pretty sure he punched it. The part cost me $75. I charged the customer, I think, $125, and she was so excited. She goes, I thought I was gonna have to replace it. They don't understand how it works, right? So yes, I paid for the part, gave myself $50 because I had to go out of my way and do it. Client was happy. She's booked with me plenty of other times after that. And you can get greedy if you want, right? You could charge whatever you want for damage. There's no set amount, but just remember, is you having a quick come up, is it fair, right? Where people, first of all, it's not always about business. Are you just in how much you're charging? And then also, is you having a quick come up worth you losing out on a client? When this happened, this lady had booked us already 2 times before, and she's probably booked us maybe 5 to 6 other times since then. So that has probably been anywhere from 2,800 to maybe 2,500 on the low end worth of events. So in the long run, it was worth kind of not just trying to come up, but yeah, man, there's not a lot of issues, right? 1,000 events, well over 1,000 for 1 issues. I will do that every single time. I can bring my so this weekend we have 4 drop-offs, and then 1 of them is a white label. But if this weekend, if one of my photo booths get completely damaged, I am still gonna do the drop-offs. I'm telling you, it doesn't happen as often as you think, right? And if you have good, solid equipment, you have to really go out of your way to F it up. I mean that. If you have a really cheap, flimsy photo booth, then I'd be terrified. But if you have a solid, reliable booth, the deluxe booth is great. The Salsa photo booth, hella durable. ATA makes really good booths. So if you have a good booth, it's like, test it. Like, what is really gonna happen? Look, I'm going out of my way to push this thing over. Like, most of what's gonna happen at that party, if someone bumps into it, right? Like, to pick this thing up, you have to be pretty damn strong. So that's why I don't worry about the equipment. The equipment will take care of itself. And at the end of the day, again, I skipped over this, contracts. Always make sure you have a contract signed. Always. Even if it's a free event, you guys should have contracts. A la carte rentals, 100%. We got the ring light replaced from Photo Booth 101. No hassle. 100% recommended. Love it, man. Appreciate you. Great. It's saying question about when there are issues and the customer calls you. Do you have a code so they can get past the lock screen that is different from your main lock screen code? Talking about guided access or for Luma Booth. So most of the times we don't need to get called back to come back. If there's any issues, it is literally going to be internet slowing down. But again, contracts. In the contracts that we sell, the ones on photobooth101.com, there's a section in the contracts that say, this photo booth relies on LTE/Wi-Fi connection, and if that connection slows down, the photo booth will still work, but people will have to wait to get their photos. So that is usually the problem, right? If there is an issue, I'm not coming back for that. I always explain to the customers, hey, if this happens, we're not coming back, but what will happen is people just have to wait a couple hours. Most people don't even care. They're at a party. But if you don't say this, and if the customer doesn't, you don't express it, if a customer doesn't know this and they're at the party and they're like, hey, I'm not getting the photo, it's been 20 minutes. In their mind, they're gonna look at you and say, I got ripped off. I paid you this money, no one's getting their photos. They don't know the software. They don't know that Luma Booth saves the photos. So you have to express that. And I say it in the contracts, and then again, I repeat it right before I leave the venue after I film my video. After I film my video, I show the customer the booth and I let them know, I'm like, hey, I have a video here. We just took a video, so we have like the status of how it looks. I remind them of that. So in their mind, they're like, okay, shit, I am responsible for this. So again, I'll tell them, hey, photos will get sent out. Everything is working right now. But if it slows down, people can still get their photos. It just takes a little bit longer. Or if they airdrop, they can get it immediately. That was me. Appreciate you. Hit the like button again. You guys, if you're not already subscribed, subscribe. We're almost at 15,000 followers. When I hit 20,000, I may or may not be giving away a photo booth. 20,000 is going to be my goal. My goal, hopefully, by my birthday next year, which is Cinco de Mayo, I'm hoping we can be at 20,000 followers. So the contracts, man, contracts are so important because I don't look at contracts, you guys, as most people will look at a contract and say, if I ever need to go to court or if they break my photo booth, I like my contracts because it kills all assumptions. That is my favorite part about the contracts. You can't assume something because everything is in writing, right? Also, a good contract also goes over damages. It goes over model release. Model release is basically saying that you have the rights to use the photos for marketing purposes. And if they plan on using the material from the photo booth for anything other than just pleasure and just sharing, that they have to contact you. There's like so many things that should be in a contract. So Mel Ash is saying, how much are your contracts? Typically, we sell them for $200 on our website. These are contracts that have 10 years of experience, also paired up with a lawyer. But, my friends, the benefit of catching me live, I'm going on my website right now to lower the sale price down to $85. And I'm going to leave that live for 15 minutes. So we're going to lower the price. If you want the contract, some of you probably bought them at the recent sale price of $150. I'm going on there right now to lower it to $85 for you guys. So let me go on here and do that. Another benefit of being your own boss, I don't need to ask anyone to make a deal or to hook someone up. I can just do it. So, all right, go to photobooth101.com. The contracts are now $85. Instant download, blank spaces, they're Word documents. You put your information, you put your customer's information. It is now live on photobooth101.com. So if you need help here, I'll just show you how to do it. Go to photobooth101.com, and I'm going to leave this live for 15 minutes. Boom. Go down, resources, tap the resource page. Then you will see the two people shaking hands. That is the listing. That's what you need to order. $85. For the next 14 minutes, I'm going to go back and change it. Can I use this contract for DSLR photo booth? Absolutely. So in the contract bundle, you get 4 documents. 2 of them are contracts, what I like to call agreements. It's the same thing. There's no no difference between a DSLR or an iPad booth, but there are two contracts. One is if you're doing digital, and one is if you're doing prints, because there's two different beasts there, right? Like everything you'll need are in there. DSLR, doesn't matter if it's a mirror booth, doesn't matter if it's an iPad, doesn't matter if it's a freaking webcam booth, it's still the same. Then the other two documents are free, they're just bonus ones. One's a booking form, one is a template form, just questions you need to get answers to provide service. So we have those there for you guys for the next 13 minutes. If you missed the deal, you missed the deal. I got to be a man of my word. You're literally saving $115 off of these contracts here. Let's see. Okay, Go DJ is saying, in Luma booth support chat, is this available during the weekend, during peak event times? Yeah, so there's no limit to where you 24/7. But let me just express this. You're not guaranteed to get someone right away, right? But for the most part, anyone that is already in our Luma booth chat, I can't tell you the last time someone really had to wait very long to get support. But there's over 300 people. So imagine you go to a chat, you put a question, 300 people get a notification. Yeah. 360 contract. Do you want the 360 one? Is that what you're asking for? You just put 360 question mark contract. What's your question exactly? We do sell a 360 contract that is separate. That one's just $50. And that's the one right here. My Life is saying, does it include suggested pricing? I'll do this for you guys. The people that order the contracts in the next 11 minutes, do you know what's funny? Someone convinced me, okay, let me backtrack. Someone convinced me that I should be selling the prices that we do for our rental company with all the add-ons. Someone was like, hey, you should have that download for people to purchase and download. I already have videos. I'll be honest. There's already videos out where I talk about the pricing, but some people have been asking, like, I would rather just be able to see it. So if you order the contracts, I will reply to your, because you're going to put your email. I'll send those, the pricing, what we charge for free. I'm going to have that on the website for like a $15 download, I think, or something. I was going to do that tomorrow, but you guys can get that for free. And that's 11 more minutes, guys, before I have to go back on here. And I'm also leaving here too, leaving for the day. Hopefully that made sense. For that price, you should make them subscribe first so that they can get the price. Laugh out loud. That's a steal. Appreciate you, man. Awesome. Who just ordered? Let me give you a shout out. That's one. You know what, too, guys? Also, don't forget to follow us on TikTok. I have, it's called Photo Booth 101. That's our TikTok handle. Dude, honestly, some of the best lives I've ever done was on TikTok. Blue Dog. It was Blue Dog. Shout out to Blue Dog. Let me pin this one here really quick for Blue Dog. I appreciate you. Shout out to Blue Dog. Just pinned Blue Dog there. So, the TikTok, please, if you have a TikTok account, go follow Photo Booth 101 on TikTok. You guys, we have had amazing lives. One of my favorite lives. I got a phone call while I was on TikTok Live, a FaceTime from a random number. I always pick up my phone. I try my best to. And it was just random people. I have my photo booth. I didn't buy it from you. They said that like 8 times. Like, I didn't buy it from you, but like, I need your help. I'm at my first event and I don't know how to get this working. I was like, give me 1 second. I asked the live, I was like, do you guys want to do this with me? And everyone's like, hell yeah. So we did the live and I helped them. I tried to help them. I was like, all right, what's the situation? I don't know how to get the printer to work. And I said, what's the error you're getting? Right? Because they're at an event. They said, I'm not quite sure. This is the first time we've used it. And I was like, wait, hold up. You've never tested before? You didn't do a test print? They said, no, but we're here. And I was like, cool. And they were getting paid. They got booked. First event, brought their equipment to the event and literally like unboxed everything there. And guess what? They were an hour late, you guys. I was stressed out for them, and everybody in the live was like tripping out. They're like, there's no way, Drew, that's fake, that's fake. That was a live moment. Also another live moment on TikTok. I got a phone call from a lady. I picked up the phone, and I'll do the call. I picked up the phone. A lady started screaming, "This is bullshit." She goes, "This is bullshit. I can't believe I gave you guys $22,000 for a photo booth setup." And she says, "I can't get support. I can't believe this is the first time in about a week that I've talked to somebody." She goes, "I gave you $22,000. I don't know." She was like, "My photo booth doesn't work." And I said, "Ma'am," I was like, "You didn't buy from us." And she goes, "Yes, I did. This is photo booth." And I was like, no. This is photo booth 101. I was like, I know you're not my customer because, first of all, I'm not hard to get hold of. And I was like, second of all, $22,000. I was like, you can buy everything we sell, and that's under the price. So she called us thinking that it was another company. And dude, you guys, like, she was cussing, she was screaming, and like, I felt so bad. And she hung up before I could help her. I was like, but maybe I can, and she just hung up, and I was like, appreciate you, Kim. Shout out to Kim for the support. But yeah, man. I mean, again, I gotta say this too, because a lot of you guys are ordering. Mel Ash, I was at that live. Oh, you were there. So you know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't want to say the company name, but kind of heard a lot of that happening. You would think, though, if you spend over $20,000 for something, you would at least have somebody's phone number or at least an email address where people respond. Man, Mel, that was the most, honestly, like, I feel bad. I talked to my wife. I was like, it made me feel bad because it kind of made me happy, because when that happened, somebody was on the live and they're like, "Okay, Drew, we're going with you," because they were considering going with that company, and they were like, it was either them or you. And I heard that happen, and I trust you enough to think that that wasn't staged. So they ended up going with us. But then at the end of the day, I told my wife, I was like, man, I feel bad because it made me happy. It brought business to us, but at the same time, it just sucks that there's a company out there that exists where you can give them $22,000 and not have any help. Crazy. Ludwig is saying, just followed you on TikTok. Love it, man. I go live probably 4 to 5 times a week, sometimes twice a day, but usually at least an hour and a half. There's some days where we're on there for like 3 hours. And I get a little bit personal on there. I share a lot about my life and all of that and stuff. So yeah, man, it's interesting. You know, the photo booth community, if you guys are looking for support, it's crazy. A lot of the influencers channels are a great place for that support. So like the community we have on TikTok, you guys, there's people becoming friends. I'm going to someone's wedding that was a TikTok follower, and someone referred them to us, but they started watching us on TikTok, and she goes live all the time. I'm going to her wedding. I've met people in real life from there. It's just way more active on TikTok than it is here on YouTube. So that's why I don't go live here a lot. There's times where we got like 100 people in the live, sometimes like 80, but usually consistently either like 50 or 30. I know we got 30 people here, but I do want to go more live on here, but I just want to share you right now, TikTok's the place. So we enjoy your videos, bro. Ludwig, I appreciate you, man. Let me pin this comment right here. Let me pin this. So there's 4 more minutes. You guys, the deal of the day is if you don't have the contracts for your photo booth business, on my website, Photo Booth 101, usually the sale price is $200. Recently, we've had a deal where it's $150. I dropped the price to $85. So if you want contracts, go get those. They're legit. 10 years of experience. There's little things in those contracts that you're not going to see if you try to make your own if you have no experience. So Chelsea, appreciate you, Chelsea. So there's Chelsea, there's a section in there. You guys will see. There is a blank fee if you move our photo booth. You can put whatever price you want here, but the whole point to have that in the contract is so that your client knows not to move your equipment. So whether that's a drop off or whether that's you being there, it could be the same thing, right? that if they move it, you have the right to say the booth was moved and there is a fee with that. And if your customer, look, but here's the thing. I never, ever in my life have charged a customer because they moved the booth. I put that in there because I want them to know that there's a consequence if they touch my stuff. If you don't, they think that since they rented it, they can push it back, they can move it. No. It doesn't work like that. Don't touch my stuff. And if you touch it, you could possibly owe us XYZ amount of money. Shauna. Actually, I skipped one. I skipped a few comments. Mel is saying, I started my photo booth rental July this year, watching most of your videos. Man, let's go. Love it, man. Love the energy here. Perfect. Shauna. Before Shauna's comment, we got Kim. I've made so many TikTok friends on your lives that are so supportive. That's what I'm talking about. Kim knows. Kim is well aware. The community there is amazing. Shauna, Drew, you're really inspirational. Suggesting Luma Booth is such a better app than what we used before. Shout out to Luma Booth. Shout out to Shauna. By the way, guys, Luma Booth was great. It's always been good to me. Always been supportive. It's been about a year. I don't promote it too much. Maybe I do. Some of you might say I do. But if you are a new user, you can sign up for Luma Booth using our code. It's a link. If you're a new user, you create a link. Click the link. You subscribe either the month or the year, you get a discount. So if you try to get Luma Booth on the App Store, you're going to be paying $20 a month. With our link, it's $18 a month or $195 for the year. That's the best value, is to buy it for the year. However, if you didn't know this, we have a Luma Booth support chat, you guys. This chat I created, over 300 members. It's a 24/7 chat. You can put whatever comments or questions you have in there. Again, it's not something where it's like, hey, we're going to respond in 1 minute. There's just other photo booth owners in there, but there's not been one time where someone didn't get help. I want to express that. So if you get Luma Booth with our sign up link, right? Click one of my recent Luma Booth related videos. You'll see in the description, there's the link. Click that link. You have to create an account as a new user. Then you subscribe. If you buy it for the year, I'll see it on my end, right? And then I will email you the WhatsApp group chat link for that. There's people, honestly, I created it for like software because look, I love Luma Booth, but I haven't always been a fan of their support. It's a cheap, affordable software, and I totally understand it as a businessman that it is expensive to have employees 24/7, especially multiple employees. So I created the chat because I wanted a quick, easy, fast way to get help, and that's what you get with our chat. But Luma Booth has improved so much. They now have a feature on their website where you can ask like a bot, but it's actually a person. It's like a chat. That's been helpful, but you're not going to find another Luma Booth chat where you can also meet local photo booth owners. And there's white labeling. Every so often, man, there's somebody saying, hey, anyone free here to do an event XYZ. Also, too, you can keep up with what we're doing at Photo Booth 101. I have a new product coming out, you guys. I'm so excited. It is a handheld deluxe photo booth. I wish I had the photos here. Hold on. See, I'm on the wrong phone. If I was on this phone, I could show you. I am hoping I'm going to have it available for you guys in about 3 to 4 weeks. The price point, $250 to maybe $275. It's going to be one of the most affordable handheld photo booths. And the cool thing about it is you can either use a 12.9 iPad Pro, which has the camera on top, or you can use the new 13-inch that has the camera on the side, and you can hold it either way. I'm super excited for that. That is going to be something that you guys can also add to your rental company. So you can also be a roaming photo booth company, or you can have that handheld photo booth in the front of a wedding, right? You know, when you walk into a wedding, you have to sign a book. Sometimes they have a Polaroid photo camera, sometimes a photo booth, but you can have it as a drop-off item where you leave it in the front. A guest will pick it up. They can take a photo and put it down. And you can have it connected with like a USB cable and all that. So I'm really, really excited for that, man. So I'm trying to buy the Luma Booth chat now. Love it. Go DJ, please. I think you just ordered it. I think that was just you. Yeah, my friend. Yep. Go in there, introduce yourself. There's a lot of experts in the chat, and there's also a lot of people that are new. My only suggestion to you guys is like, yeah, Go DJ, we got you, man. Shout out to Go DJ. Let me pin this comment. Let's pin this one. So my suggestion is, if you've ever been helped, right? And I'm going back to like photo booth community. I kind of missed on saying this. If you've ever been helped by my videos, and, you know, don't ever feel like you owe me anything. You guys never have to buy anything. I hate being that guy, but a lot of influencers expect their people to give them stuff. You guys, God's blessed me tremendously. Financially, I'm fine. I don't need to ask for money. I'm taken care of. I've worked my ass off. I've sacrificed a lot. So no money, I'm good. But only thing I do want is you to pass the information and the help to other people. The photo booth business, the community, the rental business community is tremendously toxic. And I'm not like liberal at all, right? I don't get my feelings hurt. I am as conservative as it gets, but I can tell you the Facebook community for photo booth owners is so bad. You have a lot of people that have been in this business as long as me, and they do not want to help anybody. Believe this or not, there's Facebook groups where you can ask a question and then have people attack you for asking a question. It's awful. And I have zero tolerance for it. That's why you won't find me in the Facebook groups. You're not going to find me there. I don't want to be there. I don't want to be around these people. So I do recommend grow a community. Like we have that here. And honestly, it's kind of why I want to hop on live today. What I want to do right now, if you're a photo booth owner, I don't care if you have any events under your belt. I don't care if you have 400 events. Right now, let's make a friend, you guys. Make a friend. Put your Instagram handle at your photo booth company. I want you guys to screenshot it, follow everybody, and just send them a DM. Hey, found you on Drew's Live. Let's become friends. You can't have enough friends. Literally, you can never have enough people in the same business that you're doing. So, here, let me see. Do that right now, you guys. Just take a second. We got blue image photos. Take a screenshot. Go follow after. You could do it right now. There you go. I love it. I love it. Hi, comma. Could be an issue with your cookies or something related to the browser, period. No worries. I will manually email everything to you after I finish this live. Multitasking, man. I'm always here for you guys. I mean it. I know it sucks sometimes when I'm hopping on the phone on the lives or I'm doing this, but I mean it, man. We don't have employees. We're just doing everything ourselves, and I want you guys to have that. I want you guys to feel that someone has your back. A lot of suppliers selling you stuff, and as soon as you give them your money, ghost town. And that's not what I want. Look at you guys. Please go follow everybody here. You should not do this alone. Look, even though Photobox is probably not in the same market as Go DJ or Ricardo, who knows? What if one day you need help with something? Like, hey, man, I've been following you. I like the way you made this template. How did you do that? Like, it just, please, you guys, follow each other. I love it. So, some things that we have down the line, I'm going to end the live here in a second, but I want to just let you guys know what we have going on. We have new photo booth props. So, the ones you guys see on our website, the new bundles will include baby shower. We have holiday ones. There's also graduation props that we have. Those are going to be good for next year. Most people don't graduate this time of the year. Some do, but most of the time it's like earlier on the year. I'm also going to be starting a series where I launch a photo booth rental company in a new state, which we have already done, and I'm documenting that whole process. Photo booth North Carolina. That's where we're going to. We're going North Carolina in 2 years. So a lot of stuff coming down the line, man. I'm really excited. But I do want to announce also that December is coming up. So all my photo booth owners, if you're new to the business, if this is your first time in having a photo booth in December, you're in for a treat. You're going to get a lot of bookings if you're promoting yourself correctly for December. We made so much money last year in December. I would say December's like 2 times better than any other month. Like our second best month, December's twice as much. So Ricardo is saying the portable business is so toxic. I've been watching your content for years. Thank you so much for being so open. Appreciate you, man. Yeah, man, the photo booth business is definitely like, I'm just saying, look, the people in these groups, these Facebook groups, they're toxic because they feel threatened. They're threatened that there's people in this world that don't necessarily have to go spend $22,000 on equipment, which they probably did. So they're scared that someone that can come into this business way more affordable and willing to charge less because they're not buying a used Honda Civic for a photo booth. Like, and I get a lot of hate online because I show you guys that you can build your own photo booth. I show you guys that you could do things on the cheap and you don't have to do it the traditional way. So yeah, a lot of people, and honestly, I'll be honest with you guys, I can care less. Only thing that matters to me is what God thinks about me. I can care less what anybody else has to think about me. If you have faith, if you guys, one thing I do want to stress out too, like if anyone is going through anything and you would like me to pray for you tonight, I'll be more than happy to do that. Every single day, my wife and I love to pray. We pray for every meal, and I will pray for anything. I have zero anxiety, which probably sounds crazy. I know a lot of people get anxious and they have these worries, but if you follow Jesus and you believe in the good word that's in the Bible, Jesus will tell you, you basically could give all of your earthly problems and God will handle that for you. So to me, I don't worry about nothing. I don't worry about money. I don't worry about my relationships. I don't worry about what people may think about me. Look, and honestly, before I found God, I used to be very self-conscious about how I looked, about this and that. Now it's like, why do I care? Like, look, I can tell you guys, I got missing teeth, right? I'm overweight. I don't dress well. I don't really comb my hair, but like, that's my brand. All I care about is what God thinks about me. If someone wants to judge me or you, who cares? What does your opinion on me have to do with anything? It doesn't. So me saying this, if you guys are photo booth owners and you're scared to make content where you're in it, at the end of the day, why does a stranger's opinion or somebody that knows you, what does their opinion have to do for you? So what I say is just do what you have to do. But one thing that I can tell you for sure, one thing that's elevated our rental business is the content we make. We are in almost every single video that we post, my wife and I, right? Think about this. Do you guys think you would care about my YouTube channel as much if you do like it and you enjoy the videos? If you never saw my face or heard me talk? If I did nothing but animated videos, just literally just showing you what to do, you wouldn't. So some advice here, guys. The content is important. Be in your content. And look, if you're worried about what people are going to think about you, just say, you know what? At least I have all my teeth. Hey, I'm not 350 pounds. Like, I don't care. You shouldn't care. The content is so important. I really mean this. We have people that book our photo booth rental because they like us. We've had low-key people. Okay, so I have multiple photo booth companies, right? But the one where we do a lot of content together is the one with me and my wife, because I've had companies that existed for like a decade now, but people will book us and they'll tell us, we booked with you because we're excited to do business with you guys. We want you guys at our wedding. Versus a photo booth company only showing photos of the tools that they're using. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to see your photo booth, guys. I hate to say it. It's the God honest truth. Can you imagine how many followers Red Bull would have? Go to their Instagram page. Look at what they're doing. Could you imagine how many followers they would have if they only showed pictures of Red Bull? Not that many. So what they're doing is they're making entertaining content and they're making it more of like a lifestyle thing. And the same thing with your rental business. You're the business. Maybe the Red Bull thing wasn't like a great analogy, but people like doing small business with small business because they know the people behind it, right? There's people that have booked us where I'm like, hey, if you don't mind me asking, how many other companies did you talk to before us? They said, you know what, we've been looking around and we talked to other companies and we decided to go with you guys because we love what you guys are doing. There's a lot of people that say, hey, I also run a photo booth business. I also run a business with my partner and we love that about you guys. So there's so many benefits to do that, man. Okay, appreciate you guys for being in here. We got mobile party elements. Your content has helped me with my photo booth so much, and I thank you for it. I thank you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this live. And again, I hope you guys all go follow each other here and become friends. You know, as business owners, right? And then I'm saying this from a perspective because I don't have a 9-to-5. I haven't had a 9-to-5 since I was like a teenager. Like a kid, like a kid, right? Like my last job was at Jack in the Box. So like I haven't had a job for a long, long time. It is very lonely when you're just an entrepreneur. You don't clock in and you don't have a cubicle next to 15 other people. Like who's going to relate to you? Who are you going to talk about your your troubles at home or whatever? Like you don't have that bond. So it's so dumb to not like have any friends that are doing what you're doing that you can relate to. Like, I can hop on here and talk to you guys, right? I consider a lot of you guys friends. A lot of you guys here are pretty cool and I know you guys. We can have a conversation on, not getting a vendor meal. Or we can have a conversation on picky clients when it comes to the templates. Like you can talk to somebody and be able to relate. You can also celebrate victories or have your victories celebrated. So the friendship, the commodity, everything at Photo Booth 101 and Hustle with Drew, like it's community over competition. And I hope you guys make some friends today. I truly, 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 truly mean it. It is a very, very important thing, man. I can't stress that out enough. And last thing, I promise you, I'm leaving. I actually have to go home. My wife is texting me. Last announcement. Anybody that has ordered a photo booth from Photo Booth 101, doesn't matter if it's any of the booths, by the end of next week, we are launching the Photo Booth 101 degrees. So everything with Photo Booth 101 has been related to school, with educating you guys on the business, having the tutorial videos, the community, and I wanted to make it like a school, and that's why we have Photo Booth 101 University. So what we're doing is we're going to launch it, we're going to announce it. If you've done 15 events, you can qualify to get the Photo Booth 101 Associate's degree. Then it's going to be, I believe it's 15. I have a meeting with my wife tomorrow. We're going to talk about the exact numbers, but right now it's 15. Then to get the bachelor's, it is 40 events or 30 events under your belt. Then the master's is going to be a higher number. Then the PhD is going to be like a really, really high amount. I think it's going to be like 100 events. And how cool is that? In business, we don't get that celebration, right? If you have a 9-to-5, they can give you a bonus. You have reviews usually for your job. You have company parties where they show you they appreciate you. But in business, it's just a paycheck. That's like the whole reward. So with these certificates, man, I'm excited. It's going to be cool. We're going to send them out to you. It's going to be completely free, something that you can maybe hang up in your office. And if you have the associates, now you know that the 40 events will be for you to get the bachelor, and that's for you to be able to work towards and excite you guys. So that's going to be announced soon. So make sure you're in the Photo Booth 101 group chat. I'm also going to be the Photo Booth 101 networking group chat, and then or the Luma booth chat if you're not in the networking one. We're going to announce that coming up. That should be by the end of next week. And yeah, man, I'm excited for that. So let me get to the rest of these questions if we have any. I got to get going. Yeah, Matt, we're friends. So shout out to a la carte. Chelsea is saying, how do you feel about DSLR photo booths? How do I feel? I think love them. I love them, but I love iPad booths more. Only things I love about the DSLRs, there's two things. Camera quality, definitely. If we're talking about getting the crispiest photos, that would be a DSLR booth. The flash, being able to have your photo booth back maybe 15 feet and have the flash. That's it though. I would never do a drop off with a DSLR booth. Even an iPad / DSLR combo, I don't think I do. And to me, My whole mindset for business is let me make as much money as I can without spending as much time as possible. And that's with the drop-offs, that's with the pickups. But I mean, honestly, if you want to do glam, I do think the best option is a DSLR booth. But if you're going to do a glam drop-off, then hey, that's iPad. But I love them. I love them. I love them. My first photo booth was a DSLR booth. But to me, like the way the iPads are convenient, affordable, portable, simple, I'm team iPad. Kim is saying, give us goals to reach. Great idea. Love it. Okay, cool. So I'm signing off, guys. Thank you. I got to email somebody right now. They were having issues downloading the contracts. So thank you, guys. I got to get going. God bless. I will see you tomorrow. I'm going to try my best, but we'll go live tomorrow. We just clocked in 50 minutes. That's amazing. Cool. All right, guys.